Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're chilling in the hot tub, candlelight, nice testosterone building activity, getting the heat pumping, playing some Clash Royale. Should be chill, should be vibey, should be victorious, right? However you say it. I should be winning some games tonight. This deck really hasn't got out of my hands in a while because really it's velocity, right? I like that word now, velocity. It has a lot of motion. But velocity is definitely the word I want to use today because for some reason it just keeps going. It doesn't really stop. Normally some of my decks, after a while, this has velocity, right? And if something is not stopped motion, it will continue in motion. That's exactly what this deck is. That's a very interesting ability there. Our princess actually kills the monk even in flow state. That guy can still be taken out. That's kind of atrocious, honestly. I almost want to go with the skeleton on the other lane, but he does have... Ooh, was that a bad fisherman? No, that was a girthy fisherman. Wow. I was expecting him to not pull that, but he put that in just the right tile, it seems like. But yes, that is going to be unfortunate. Hopefully he goes with the girthy man in front of that. There it is, the girthy man. Now, here's the thing. He's going to use his electro speed on that, which I know he is going to. So we're going to go with our skeleton on the other lane. Now, what does he have for that? I'm not too sure. He has a law. Beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. But just when I think, like, oh, maybe I have this guy. No, absolutely not. The fisherman's doing repulsive amounts of damage to my tower. 300 damage a hit. 300 damage a hit from a fisherman using a rotten old sag as a weapon. I'm not sure how that exactly works. In fact, it shouldn't work. But it does. It does. And here's the other problem. That hunter? That's a no-go. That's going to two-pump my balloon right there. Two-pump. Two shots. Absolutely gone. It's disgusting. My tower is at an unholy amount of HP. We're going to actually have to force... I don't want him to take my tower here. I don't want him to get any damage, but also I do. That's just... I can't even look at that number. Disgusting. Let's go for maybe our little devious push in the back here. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll learn pretty soon. I like to go with a Skeleton King. I like to go with an EO Skeleton right behind us. Not only because the Skeleton King walks a little slower, and the Skeleton General walks a little faster. So we can slow the Skeleton General down, we get the Skeleton in front. It's just so romantic, to be honest. Now, he might go with his, E-Spirit here, which I wouldn't be too mad about even though he's going to take that out completely. We should be able to kind of freeze his hunter here, or not. We might not even need to. Just go for the freeze anyway, right? If we can take his tower and just secure it off the rip, we should be pretty good. I think we might have needed to go for the freeze, so we should be good on that. The monk's going to do unbelievable things to that tower. Well, not quite. He might actually have to go. He's going to reciprocate in that lane, okay? I don't mind that. Let's go with our Skeleton Army surrounding the hunter here. I kind of want to keep that guy alive. Let's also go with our Skeleton King here. This guy's really frustrating, man. This guy's really on me. I'm not sure how this guy's still alive. Either the hunter just sniped that guy from, like, across the yard. For some reason, that girthy man is taking my tower. I don't know how that guy's still alive. How is this not illegal? It has to be gargantuan. I mean, this is just disgusting. The thing is, I think he might have Fireball, dude. This guy could be... hold up. This guy could be in it for a rough patch, though. Hold up. This guy's in for a freaking rough patch. He had to use his Fireball on defense. We win the game. We freaking win the game. We freaking win the game, baby. Chef's kiss on that one. They call me the comeback king, and surely I am. It's absolutely disgusting, the fact that I can literally play, when I say hard counter, he only has one air defense card, but at the end of the day, he has good spells, and his air defense card is really broken against a Lumberjack push. I think it actually solos a Lumberjack push for 4 elixir. Take the Lumberjack first. I mean, to be honest, that guy's half naked, so he should be able to take it out with a shotgun. And then you have the balloon, which, is that even a challenge? You're shooting a shotgun at a balloon. Disgusting. We still counter. Well, not counter, but beat him. It's just... It's very, very, again, velocitative. I think our Skeleton Kings are going to duke it out at the bridge here. I don't know if I want mine to last a little longer. Let's just kind of, he's not really doing anything in that situation. Let's just go for a Lumberjack other lane. Should be kind of girthy and good. I think we're going to tie there. Good battle, good hurrah, guys. I'm glad you duked it out, and it should be pretty good. I'm not sure if we can go balloon here necessarily. He did use his air defense card, and he just used his tower, too, if you want to track that down. So, depending on what he has here, he's going to have a nice golem. Okay, I don't mind. He can use the freeze. I don't think there's any other air defense here that I'm aware of. He's going to go all in here, so we're actually going to freeze the tower here as well. Because I think if we don't go all in, these things are going to get feisty. Our princess is helping out a little bit. He's going to vines, unfortunately. We should be able to hopefully get a good amount of damage on his tower, and he's just not reciprocating the same. The only problem is this guy's deck is girthy, I will admit. I mean, Furnace, Graveyard, especially with the Graveyard buff. Oh, it's disgusting. And, Graveyard has always been one of those decks which is kind of a counter to my deck because it normally has the Goblin Hut. And let me tell you, a Tower that attracts balloon that also summons air defense cards is a literal full counter to any Lumberloon deck, any balloon deck in general, unless you have the hero Evil Musk just pumping the tower away. It is definitely velocitative, as I could say. Let's go to balloon bats here again. I don't mind this play. I think if we just get death damage on a tower, he should be good. He does have a cannon, but will he react since he's going for the full throttle? He might even try to set up for a 3-count push here because normally, yeah, this is going to be the problem here. It's going to be a very big issue. I don't go with my Inferno Dragon too high. Let's wait till that guy dies. Let's go with our Inferno Dragon now. We'll be on the Skeleton King right away. Let's go for our Skeleton Army right here. He's trying to go for some split lane pressure here, which is not really working out. His Skeleton King's going to be completely devoured. We should be good to just arrows all this. I'm not really too scared of this guy, to be honest. He's not a very big threat. In fact, this guy's actually the lowest threat I've ever faced in my life. This guy doesn't know how to play his own deck. It's kind of disgusting. You don't go for a split lane push when you're playing Graveyard. First of all, you don't go for the King Tower when you're playing Graveyard. That cannon there, I didn't know I was going to go for that sneaky little push, but of course, I'm just a sneaky little guy. Let's freeze that. We're going to get some girthy damage here. The one thing we have to watch out for is his counter push, and trust me, Graveyard has devious counter pushes, so we will be in for a nice sweet treat. Let's stop this in the tracks right here. We have our Evo Skeleton Army, so we should be pretty good on that. He's going to poison take on my general, which I don't actually mind too much. Let's go for our Lumberjack on here as we can. Let's also go for our bats here. I don't mind those bats. I think we're going to be able to take everything out with quite force here. The only problem is a lot of skeletons on my tower. But ultimately, I think it should be good. Now all we have to do is set up for a pretty devious push in the pocket here. I have a feeling I know what I'm going to be able to do. Let's just go right now for a balloon, and let's go for a freeze off the rip here. Our Lumberjack is still alive, so we should be pretty good on this. I don't know if he doesn't look. This guy just glitched out of the game. My voice glitched just there where too, but wow. Language is not speaking today, but the cannon was never in sight. I'm not sure if this guy just lagged out. I'm not sure if this guy just forgot to place the card, but we did secure that velocitative victory. Again, so much velocity in my wins right now. We are facing pretty decent counters to the deck here, and we're still just reciprocating, which I really do love. So let's go with our Lumberjack and Balloon at the bridge here. The reason I'm not using Evo Lumberjack, because I think Evo Inferno Dragon also is just kind of that clutch card that you need. At the same time, I don't know. I think I could definitely switch it out. Honestly, Evil Lumberjack sometimes is really clutch to taking out even the counter push when it dies, chopping everything down. He uses a snowball there, which is kind of interesting. So we're going to be able to get some death damage and take out his cannon card for pretty much free. So that's pretty good. And well, we didn't get a hit on his tower, I don't think. We got some Lumberjack damage, though, which I don't mind at all. So we're in a pretty good position here, too. Maybe win this game. Mortar is a tricky one because with every other win condition deck, like Giant, Royal Giant, E-Giant, you think of any other Giant, the mortar actually has to target that card while it hits it, at least for some distance, but the balloon, it doesn't have to target. So, if anything, we actually face more of a counter to this deck than anything, and it's really unfortunate that he is Frankenstein, so I don't like. Well, I think the ops might be outside, or it might be a robber, we don't know. But I do have a fat knife in my kitchen that I could absolutely use as a defensive weapon, so I'm not too afraid. He's gonna use that. I don't mind that, actually. If he doesn't use a snowball, he might be in for a treat. The Dark Goblin is so quick, though, and meaty. It just doesn't even let my guy connect for a second here. I will say that obviously I could put mortar, I could put Lumberloon directly on his mortar, but just, you got to understand, it's not always how this game works. I can't just every situation put Lumberjack on his mortar, especially because he has a faster cycle than me, and also it's not how games line up all the time. He's going to be able to go mortar right there. Obviously, as you can see, like, I do kind of counter him, but at the same time, it's like, he does have a lot of girth on me as well. It'll be interesting if he snowballs that, or he snowballs that. Anyway, I think I'm going to be able to just go to Skeleton Army on this. You don't even have to at the end of the day. I should have predicted that I wasn't going to land early. I don't want to arrows that right now because I don't know what else he's going to put down. He might put down a skeleton barrel. I could arrows that at the bridge as well. We'll just see what he does. I might just let that go, actually. I kind of want to save my elixir for maybe some other meteor pushes. Although it does do a lot of damage, and the few hits it gets, that is some girth, unfortunately. But as I said, this deck has lots of velocities. You can see winning against pretty much all archetypes of decks here. Maybe Mortar, right? Not quite yet, but we have, what do we have? We have Graveyard, we have RG, I mean, just really everything you could think of. Let's go for Freeze here, actually. If we freeze all that, it's going to be pretty good. We're going to take out the Mortar, we're going to even be able to take out that. Let's go with the arrows here as well. We should be actually taking the tower there with all that death damage that we're going to be able to get off. That's pretty good. Let's go with our bats here as well. It's going to be unfortunate because we can't cast the ability. I didn't really think that'd be too much. Let's go with our Lumberjack back here. I'm not too mad about that. We're going to be able to take that out pretty nicely. And 27 seconds, can he get out of tower? He could. He definitely could. But we're going to be able to stop that cannon card in tracks. I'm not sure if he has a snowball back in cycle. We're going to be able to see here pretty soon. He's going to snowball that, which I don't mind. Let's actually freeze that here. Let's go for an arrows on that as well, which is going to be pretty nice, taking that all out. He may go for a mortar, which I'm not going to like. We're going to go Skeleton King Bats. And in 10 seconds, I don't think he's going to be able to do absolute jack. So let's go with our Skeleton King here to the front. We're going to be able to defend that pretty nicely. Winning against 3 pretty different archutative decks here with quite velocity and force. And I think it's just maybe the hot tub sting or stank, but it just is, it's fueling my pumps today in terms of just right into the deck. So good games, and we're up 3 now, already up 3 in Grand Champion. We have a little bit of ways to go, almost to that 15,000 gold, absolutely juicy, and stick with me next time, but thank you for watching, and maybe enjoy a hot tub yourself. Gracias.
Run it up, moonshine in my gut, shoot a buck.